Hey guys, what's up? It's a boy here, King of Furry Porn, bringing you a brand new video on this goddamn bag of shit we like to call the internet. And today I'm joined by my partner.
Bracken.
Yes, my partner is my dog. We all know that my real partner is my dog. Not this bastard here, but my dog.
Oof.
But anyway guys, I received this key over Keymailer, and it's coming out on the 8th of March, so tomorrow, or 5 hours or something gone away, I'm not too sure. But anyway, so this game is a text-based conversationalist with your future self, key in the name there. And it's bloody confusing. But it can last 1 to 2 hours. And you've got to convince your future self the wrongness of their crimes. So it's kind of interesting in a sense. What do you think about that?
If it's your past self, you could just not do it.
Kill me. Anyway.
You leave such a long fucking pause.
Anyway. Also in today's video, because I've just remembered, I will be doing a giveaway in this video.
I know we've had a fight, you don't have to give me away, like.
Anybody want him? Go to Vice, bid out it. 2 pence, 2 pence, going once, going twice. Sold for 2 pence. Ah, you fucker. Anyway, so yes, I'll be doing a giveaway in this video because the brilliant developer of Gear City has given me a spare key. I'm going to be announcing the giveaway in this video and my next video, and I'll randomly write down the names of everybody who comments a special sentence that I will say at some point during this video. Once you type that in to the comment section, everybody who comments that sentence, I will write down their names, put it all into a hat and get my dog to pull it out. So my dog will be giving you a key to a game. I know, don't we all sound happy we're all getting a free game? But anyway, without further ado, let's
Hey. Hey. You.
No, not you.
Are you there?
No, I'm not. I'm in Narnia.
Good. Listen carefully.
Oh, okay.
You are directly responsible for the deaths of thousands of people. I can't talk.
Goddamn Jews.
You are probably confused by this statement. This reminds me of school. Because from your perspective, these events haven't happened
Thought you're
yet.
still in school.
Oh yeah.
But just mention 18 before
I'm 14.
before
What
I
are you
get
talking
lynched. Shut up.
How you could possibly be held responsible for something you haven't done?
Am I Hitler? I think we're Hitler.
Where did that come from?
Well, my past Hitler didn't kill anybody
No,
until he
but
told
he
the
killed
army.
millions of people, not thousands.
True, but they could just be underestimating Hitler's, 3,000 mile per hour slap.
This is very long. You should probably keep reading. Well, in 35 years, your future self will commit these acts, and your future self is you. You are both part of a single continuous chronological entity. As such, the responsibility for your future crimes also lies with you. You are probably wondering where you are. I have placed you in a temporary bubble outside time. You will be sharing this bubble with your future self, brought here from 35 years in the future. You are to convince your future self of the wrongness of their actions. If you can do this, you will alter your own time stream, changing your own destiny and stopping your actions before they can occur.
But don't they say, you don't go back in time and stab a butterfly because it will change the whole time and stuff.
Yeah, but if
Maybe they needed him to kill thousands.
Well, obviously they don't because they want him not to.
Maybe. Never mind, carry on.
Only then will you be exonerated of your crimes. And finally, there is a limitation of the technology used to create the bubble. Time will flow normally for you inside the bubble, but it will appear to loop every 90 minutes. Why don't they just kill the guy from...
Yeah, they could just go back in time and kill him.
Yeah,
Wouldn't this just be a lot easier than doing this shit?
probably.
I mean, I don't want to be sat here to kill me.
You will be stuck in this loop indefinitely until you can convince your future self of the wrongness of their actions.
Therefore, not indefinitely then.
Before responding to anything your future self says to you, think carefully.
I'm not good at thinking.
What tone should you use? Should you be rational, empathetic, or assertive?
Great England.
Thank you. How skilled are you at speaking convincingly in whatever tone you choose to use? How skilled are they? How receptive are they to your tone? Apparently I don't have very good tone.
Monotone.
Fuck you.
Later.
No. All of these things will come together to determine whether or not you are successful at convincing them of what you have to say. Fuck off. If you want to be free, make sure you are as convincing as you can be. Think carefully. Think strategically. And good
Look
luck.
left, look right.
What?
Look left, look right before you cross. Oh yeah, this is me. Wow, they were actually telling the truth. This is really happening. Well, look at you, just as I remembered, so fresh-faced and naive. You've... Bastard. You've no idea what I've seen. You have absolutely no idea what's ahead of you. I'm almost looking forward to hearing what you have to say, but believe me, I stand behind what I did completely. I don't know what you're planning to say to change my mind, but it won't work because easy baking oven Jews is easy. Okay, straight up.
It's 81%, okay. This is very odd for me too. Believe me, sorry, but are you sure this is real? Do you think we could be being duped? Success.
Yes, this is real, and no, you're not seeing things. I don't believe we're being duped either. Not doped.
We sure hope.
I would like to be doped. Look, I appreciate this is weird, especially for you, but it'd be the best for both of us if you could try your best to wrap your head around this as quickly as possible. I'm not interested in having a protracted discussion about it.
Ooh. Gosh. No. This one. No. Oh, shit. I appreciate your desire to proceed as quickly as possible, but I can't help but wonder why this is less weird for you than it is for me. Do you know something that you are telling me?
Look, I wanted to avoid this conversation because, as you literally just pointed out, I would rather proceed as quickly as possible. Well now, that you're forcing the conversation, I guess I should explain. Yes, I know something you don't. Time travel was discovered in my time, but it was quickly outlawed by the UN Science Commission. They claimed it was the only choice they had in order to prevent all-out war.
Fair.
Well, surely time travel would be a good thing, because you could go back in time, bitch slap Hitler.
Yeah, but you could also, not big slap Hitler.
Come on, I think Hitler deserves a bit of a bitch slap.
No,
bitch
what I'm
slap.
saying is, people won't want you to bitch slap, so they go back and fight you, but you were fighting them trying to kill Hitler, and Hitler's like, what the fuck?
It'd be like, I'm just trying to kill the George here.
Who the fuck are these cunts?
Right, anyway, come on. They were probably right. The worldwide uproar following its announcement was unlike anything I've ever seen before. And I've seen things. I've seen things, man. The ban wasn't difficult to implement as only a few of the wealthiest nations on the planet had access to time travel tech in the first place. Because of this, I always suspected that the ban was a convenient way for the wealthiest nations to keep time travel hidden and clandestinely use it to their own advantages. Oh, fucking hell. I've been expecting something like this to happen at some point. That's why I'm not as surprised as you.
Wait.
I say rationally.
Assertively.
No, I say rationally.
We're 9 in assertiveness though. Well, maybe it should have been banned. Who are you to say otherwise? You aren't a scientist. He's like, yes, bitch, I am. Are you? Fuck.
No, I'm not. But I
I
know a lot more than you do about this. I told you should have went there. The knee-jerk move to ban was so sudden that there was no public debate or democratic vote. It was discovered one minute, then banned the next. See, this is why I'm sure they don't actually ban it entirely. It just feels extremely plausible to me. I mean, think about it. This was probably the most monumental human technological advancement ever. They were going to just lock it up and throw away the key, like you should do to Hitler. Of course they weren't. That's such an enormous waste of something so incredible that makes sense that the governments would lie about a ban to the public so they could use it quietly in the safe confines of their own laboratories. It even makes sense to me that they would use it on their own citizens to maintain order. People in power regularly stoop to new lows in order to maintain power and control their people. Time travel could just be another weapon in their arsenal of oppression. Okay, he's got a point. Oh, I get to pick this one.
I appreciate how plausible this all feels to you, but it's still hard for me to feel the same way. In fact, most of what you're saying has all the hallmarks of a paranoid, anti-government conspiracy theory.
You're telling me that you refuse to believe what's right in front of your eyes. You're stuck in a time loop with your future self. I think this is good enough proof that something is wrong with the official narrative about the time travel ban.
This is like fucking...
Look, I accept that this whole situation must be incredibly bizarre for you. Immediately after finding out that time travel exists, you've been forced to have an argument with an older version of yourself. You're not really had any time to properly process what's happening to you. If this had happened to me at your age, I'll probably have a nervous breakdown. Alright, rationally it is.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wait, you don't remember this happening to you at my age? If I'm a younger version of you, then you should have already experienced this in your past. If you haven't, then this has to be a paradox. Oh yeah. Got 2 right and you got no.
Well observed. I know it seems like a paradox, but I don't think it is. I assume if you successful in convincing me of my wrongdoing, then you would have changed your own time stream and prevented this version of me from existing. You will live on to be a version of me that behaves differently and doesn't commit the same crime and never have existed and never will exist. That's the point of all this, isn't it?
Wait, don't press. Stop. No. Okay.
Sounds like we're having sex.
You can either pick rational or maybe because it's empty's low, so.
Come on, stop This is you.
Come on, stop beating around the bush. This is a death sentence for you, isn't it? God damn it.
Hell yeah, but
Well,
you
yeah.
don't have to be so blunt about it. Look, whatever it's not a real death, I simply cease to exist. I'm sure many people would love an instantaneous, painless end to existence. I'm actually kind of lucky in a twisted way. And anyway, stopping me from existing isn't really the point. They could just kill me right now if they wanted.
Okay.
The point of this is that they want you to understand why my actions were wrong in order to prevent you from doing the same thing in the future. Actually, that's kind of smart to do. You know,
Oh, yeah.
what did that disembodied voice say in the start? We're a single continuous chronological entity. If you can successfully convince me, then you have successfully convinced yourself we are one and the same.
Okay, fair enough. I can see how that makes sense. One could argue that it's an inventive way of ridding the world of a dangerous criminal without having to lock anyone up or execute anyone.
Yeah, from their perspective, it makes sense. Although I'm obviously not exactly thrilled about it. A bit like when we have sex. You know, you're not actually asking me about the details of my alleged crimes. We've been talking about everything else, but the very reason you're here. Empathetically.
No, yeah, empathy. Oh, I'm sorry. That was thoughtless of me. Please go ahead. I'd love to know. I'm great at this.
Okay, sure thing. It's a long story. You should get comfortable. Oh, for fuck's sake. A few years ago, for me, I was the overseer of a climate refugee camp. One of many camps set up across the world by the UN for people displaced by climate change. From what I remember, things aren't too bad in your time. In my time, however, millions of people from poorer countries have been forced to flee due to colossal flooding and destroyed ecosystems, and have nowhere else to go but these camps. I can't talk England right now. As you can probably imagine, there's been constant bickering by the world's wealthiest countries over who will take in the refugees in the long term. I know. Send them to America. All the while, the camps have been getting bigger and bigger, and no one's sure how the UN is going to keep paying for them. My camp had about 40,000 people in it by the end. It wasn't so much a camp as a small city. Conditions become absolutely terrible. There were times when I feel that it's moving too fast, that they have been better off dying in their home countries rather than fleeing to this place. He's got a point. There was rampant crime, poverty, corruption, and... What the fuck?
Hello.
Ew. Can you hear us? Wait, what? Who's this? You can hear us. Okay, look, we don't have much time. We've temporarily interrupted the loop in a way that they hopefully can't detect. If we get cut off prematurely, we'll try and interrupt the loop again, but it might have to wait until the next loop for reasons that are too complicated to explain right now. Everything you were told at the start of the loop is a lie. Well, not quite a lie, but far from the whole truth. Okay. They never told you who they represented, did they? You were just told that you needed to.
Have you gone? Hello?
Goodbye, bitch.
Shit.
Ah, for fuck's sake. Oh, it goes on.
Nice.
Anyway, guys, we're gonna end it here. I actually enjoy this game. It's kind of fucking with my head, and that's why I'm enjoying it. Be quiet, you. So, the only thing that I would criticise is there needs to be an options menu so I can turn down the goddamn music. It's too loud, okay? Yeah, so turn down an options menu, and I'll probably just make the writing a little bit clearer because, I mean, I'm not too good at reading as it is, but when it's like on this type of background and that type of text, you know, the really old computer style, then I struggle to read it. But I think it's a pretty good game. What do you think?
Yeah, it's fun. Pretty good. Would buy 10 out of 10.
I give it 8 out of 10 Coyotes.
I give it a Shrek out of Shrek.
Shrek out of Shrek, there we go. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it was a little bit different from what I normally do because I don't normally have somebody else join in, but I just thought it might be a bit of a fresh thing to do, you know. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, like, comment and subscribe. Remember, if you smack that like button, outside your house will be a brand new Ferrari, I guarantee. Just smack that like button and find out. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed. See you next time, guys.